You might be wondering what the hell we're doing in Windows XP. There's a reason for this, and I'd like to explain. But first, hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maxima, and I want to show you something a little different today, not only because my copy of Hitman 3 took until midnight on Thursday to unlock for some reason, but I thought back to myself, what would be just like a neat little side feature to do for the channel? And I've been working on this collection called Instance Archive for some time now. And it's got a collection of old Game Maker games. And by old, I mean 6.1 backwards old, for the most part. These are a bunch of out-of-the-way games that were never really good to run on, say, Windows 10, because on Windows 10, they just crash. And I felt bad about that, because that meant that these games are more likely to fall into obscurity as they go. So I thought to myself, I'll grab as many as I can, shove them all into one collection, and put that up on the internet. I haven't had time to update it for a year, but someone early on back when I did have time to update it actually managed to find something from me. Old copies of some of my old games, as in games that I myself made. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough one. So, if we go into the Firefight directory, you will see the Firefight icon, which is an explosion that was one of the default graphics in Game Maker. To be specific, 6.1, I don't think it was 6.1a at the time. I think it was just 6.1. But nevertheless, I really shouldn't hold off on this any longer. Let's open it up. Yes, I did that absolutely lovely art that will be in the thumbnail if you didn't see it for the 1 second that was there. So we've got Firefight in, I don't remember what the name of that font was, but I picked it because it looked like military font. And it doesn't really matter what I do, this is just going to look ugly and stretched either way because it's single bloody pixels and it always looks terrible. I want to keep this out of full screen mode though because there's no GUI in game, so you won't be able to see how much lives and health you've got. There are also options, including full screen that's been spelled wrong. Oh dear. Music load saved game, which we don't need because we don't have a save game at the moment. And we've got the help file with some basic controls. F10 to restart the room, F9 to swap the background music. Now, I want to point out before I played this game, I had never played either Metal Slug or Contra. This was entirely based off the game Soldat, which I suppose makes it even worse, but we'll just let that one go. There's all your enemy types, including a Mr. Fister. I don't know where I got that one from. Devil's Servant. There's even air combat. Shift to fire phases. Good lord. Had I even been watching Star Trek at that point? God only knows. And details on all 3 of the bosses, including you'll need something really hard-hitting weaponry to take down this thing. I was never a good rider. Alright. No point holding it off. Let's begin the game. Thankfully, with the black bars on the side of the screen, I think I can give us a slightly better aspect ratio, but it's always going to look a bit ugly, and I need to keep the mouse cursor there, otherwise the input won't go through to the game. I'm sorry, that's just the way it's got to be. I really am sorry. Although it does look like the game's actually having trouble maintaining a stable frame rate. Can I bring it down to about here? Yeah, that'll have to do, unfortunately. It's not doing so well. Health there, thankfully. You can see the names of the levels up in the top left too. Also, yeah, secret! Because I actually had a slightly decent mind for secrets at this point. Just some invisible barriers and life to let you know that there was something there. The name of this music file is firehawk.mid. I don't know why I remember this. Dock dash, because there's a lot of water there. Although I don't think that water actually does anything if you fall into it. I think it just, you just fall in. The level here is playing time. Also note that it says level before it. And none of the other ones didn't. Fantastic, right? I think the slow speed is just because of the fact that this is running in a virtual machine, and that probably means that there's not really much going for it in the way of computing power. Here's something that sucks though. Minefield. You want to know where the mines are? They're almost invisible. I made them like 3 pixels tall. This would be the sort of game design that I would absolutely shoot myself in the face over, because it's bloody terrible. So, I made this game back in my first year of high school, I believe. Guns and Barrels. This is what this level is called, apparently. Could have called it Guns N' Roses, but this is me we're talking about. A little bit of a hint that there's something hidden there. The bullets disappear when they hit invisible walls. At least at some point, which is kind of a nice touch, I suppose. That's a lot of planes, and that's a lot of noise. Could I have picked a worse airplane noise? No, I don't think I could have. Thankfully, there are all sorts of tricks you can abuse in this game, because I was never a very good programmer. One of the main ones being that if you tap the right directional key repeatedly, it actually resets the gravity so you can stay in the air. This was something that was very easy to avoid back in the days of Game Maker. Also, level the Twin Towers. Oh god, I do not remember this. I do not remember this, I swear. I don't remember there being a secret up there either, but it makes sense considering there's a heart there. I remember putting that heart right there because it would be really hard to get to, and unfortunately I appear to have become stuck in the wall. Thankfully, I have the F10 key for this. What the hell? I'm stuck again. Oh, I know why I'm stuck. It's because there's an invisible wall there. Alright. Notably, restarting the level with the F10 key doesn't actually reset your health. That's an embarrassing fuck up on my part. Now, the trick to this level is that the planes can bomb the floor. I actually thought this was a clever mechanic back in the day. To be fair, I still do, although that guy did just bomb his own guy. A time to shoot. Whatever that's supposed to mean. But yes, I made this back in high school because I was just getting used to Game Maker and I wanted to do some things with it. This is not the first game I ever made in Game Maker. There's actually a little bit more to it than that, unfortunately. There were a couple of games I made back in the day that I just never managed to get out onto... I just never managed to get onto the internet. My first proper game, which was a game called A220 Mission, which was based off a side... No, it was actually called A380 Mission. It was based off an old side-scrolling game called A220 Mission. Never actually survived the shutdown of a site called gmshowcase.dk. Infiltrate the Fortress, this level is called, apparently. I remember this being called the Tower of Power, although that might have been Firefight 2. These turrets fire at random. This could get a person killed until you realize that they fire so slowly that they're not really that much of a threat. Let's see if I can get through with only 2 shots left to my name, eh? You might also notice that the bullets stop working when they go out of sight of the player, because that's a thing with Game Maker. I mean, it's not really a thing with Game Maker. You can work around it. Also, there's a landmine there. I can just barely see it. This is a very tough jump. There we go. Whoop, there goes my phone. Come on. It's so hard to get this jump right. I was never really known for testing my games back in the day. There we go. Danger, minefield. I appreciate the warning. I made it. Those were some time bombs there, but they were completely worthless. Oh god, Spike. Never mind. A lot of these graphics, except for the very obvious ones, are something that, that were included in Game Maker. So the background, the music, the blocks that serve as the floor, those are all Game Maker default assets. everything else, usually the stuff that's only one color, was drawn by me in some way, although I hesitate to use the word drawn, because this is very clearly not drawn. This is very clearly hacked together in 5 seconds by a hack. How do I... The gun doesn't set off the landmine, ain't that something? Oh wow, enemy bullets can apparently set off dynamite. I didn't even know that. That might have been a cool idea to do something with if I was actually intelligent back in high school. It pushed me into the wall and now I'm stuck. Oh, and guess what? There's cheats. I remember there being that cheat window, but for life of me, I do not remember any of the cheats that this game has. If I was able to seek out like an old school Game Maker decompiler, I could probably like decompile the game and get some cheats, but hell if I remember any of them at this point. If I remember correctly, in Firefight 2, they're like hidden at the end of the cheat at the end of the help file, but I don't even remember why that laser barrier thing is there, if I'm honest with you. It also looks like a gigantic gangrenous breast firing out God knows what. Thankfully, you can just kind of wait for the right time if you just reset the gravity. Still took a shot there, but I'd rather take 1 than 3. Gotcha. Thankfully, the spike guys don't do nearly as much damage as I thought they did. There's health there. I need it. I need it so bad. I told you. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3. Made it. Look at me actually doing something that's kind of cool. Blowing up all the turrets at once. Yay! Thank God I needed that health. Yes, I do want to save. Look at me actually being slightly clever. Resetting your position after you get the cannon. And then I send in a bomber. What's this music though? I do not recognize this music at all. I do not remember how much damage this chopper takes. God, I hope I didn't code it badly to make him invincible, because this run's gonna end real quickly if he is. At least the bullets don't do much damage to you, but that just makes the fight trivial. Of course, this being me, I didn't think to give my chopper an on-screen health bar. There we go. We defeated the chopper. First segment reunion. Oh, and the music started again. What was the button that changes the background music? F9. These jumps would be impossible to do if you couldn't grab on by your pistol, so... Clearly I'm not the best at game design around here. Oh god, I do not make it easy for myself there, do I? Thankfully, the lives respawn if you die in a level that has them. So it's easy for you to get them if you absolutely need to. I do not remember if that area below is like a death pit, but I'd like to think I'd lock myself off from it if it was. Alright, I forgot that happened. Man, sometimes I have the coolest ideas, I just don't have anyone, like, reasonable to bounce them off of. God, I wish I remembered the cheats. It's been so long. Ow. The cheats aren't here, are they? No, they're not. Didn't think so. Chances are the save game also saves the amount of lives that you have. Not getting much luck with the rate of the shots on these guys, am I? If those were a lot faster and dropped bombs a lot quicker, it would actually be more interesting, wouldn't it? There are so many ways you could make the gameplay of this just a bit tighter. Also make it not shit. Because that's what it is. It is shit. You do not get much more shit than this. Just wanted to get through to the next level. Spike Zoo. I wonder what the hell this could be. Probably a better idea to get as much health back as I could before that. God, those spikes are hard to shoot. That's probably why it's called Spike Zoo. Also, this looks like just a carbon copy of an earlier level. Well, it's not really. But, look, there's those planes again. Maybe it is. Oh, look. We get to do some air combat. What the hell is this meant to be? I remember A380 mission being actually somewhat decent, so what the fuck is this? It did say, like, fire phases with shift, but I guess that's not the case. Also, the phases and the... I imagine that's about the same, so why on earth? Also, I think I need to get as high as I can before I hit this. Yeah, there we go, we're back. And it actually gives you your health back. Air combat evolved, pun intended. Ow. Well, I just wasted a life. I believe the pun for that was actually meant to be Halo Combat Evolved. I had not played Ace Combat before that point. So that's what a lot of people actually thought it was. Down, up. Well, those hand mines loan in. My English continues to be best. The bomber connection. I wonder what this is going to be about. Is it going to be about endless bombers? Oh, I've screwed this up. Bad time to fuck up a jump. Yep, I'm dead. Don't even fall off the bottom of the screen, there's just a bunch of blocks that count as a death pit. Right below your field of view. I wonder. Nah, it's not gonna fall through there and hit the actual... It's not. Right, let's move on. Can't shoot destructible blocks, which is a shame. Just use my gravity-defying trick. And move on. The invisible maze. Oh, no, 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 no. Game over. Thankfully, options, load save game. No, I don't want to save. I've noticed there's no background music now. What if I hit F9? I am not hearing any music whatsoever. You know what? I think I am willing to just call this a wash. Because that music was probably getting really loud and really annoying. Is my gun still making sounds? It's not. I have no sound whatsoever. What the hell just happened? At least I got the extra life. Yes, I do want to save. The Devil's Flight. God knows what that's supposed to mean. Probably because there's air mines everywhere. Good God. Oh, those guys fire missiles. Bombing run. And that would be the end of the stage. Imagine if you flew too low and ran straight into that wall and died. There's a fire in the court. Oh God, fire spreads. Ah yes, that traditional Game Maker style smoke effect. That just, it rises up. That was one of the default effects. It's foggy. What the fuck? Wow, I made it almost impossible to get past these landmines. Although I don't know why these don't, like, activate in some way instead of just, like, sitting there and waiting to be shot. It'd be more difficult if you were forced to shoot it at some point in time, but... Fog and fire combine, yeah. I get the feeling that, oh, that's what's supposed to happen. Yep, that's not good. That is what is supposed to happen. There's the Tower of Power. I knew it was going to come up somewhere. The Tower of Power is named after Ratchet and Clank 3. In particular, that's a landmine. In particular, the level from... Actually, no, it'd be Ratchet Gladiator, wouldn't it? Also known as Ratchet Deadlocked in these states, I believe. Where you have to basically just, like, climb this giant-ass tower. Now, I don't know how the fuck you were supposed to get over these landmines without knowing the trick to just float over the top of them, man. That's a bit dick move of me. Okay. Seriously, that's a hell of a bug. Completely losing the fucking music and sound effects. Clearly, I'm not still very good at my job. Although I wasn't very good at my job back when I was first making this either. Okay, so you can't destroy the turrets. Although in this case it doesn't really matter, because only one of them actively fires above the ground, so it's the only one that can hurt you. This one is a bit more difficult. Problem is I can't really get close enough to destroy those bastards, because if I do, when they blow up, they'll set off their own explosions of bullets, and I'll die. God damn. Also, the save file is now bigger than the executable itself. That is a Game Maker thing. No, I do not want to save. Oh, look. We have the sound and the music back. It's a landmine. I don't want to step on that landmine. I'm giving my teenage self a lot of credit by trying to take this game on the quote-unquote legitimate way instead of just immediately looking for a Game Maker 6D compiler. I don't even know why I put this here. Like, modern day me would hide an invisible secret over to the right there. But I had played basically no games before I had made Firefight 1. Like, not even close to what I would consider an actual proper game library. Oh, God almighty, this is going to be difficult to deal with. Yeah, I'm not kidding. My inspiration for this game was freaking Soldat, when clearly I could have had the same amount of inspiration from something like freaking Metal Slug than this, than Soldat, which was like a multiplayer focused. God damn it. So that's why I put that there. A multiplayer focused shooter. Where you fought like 10 people at once and all the weapons felt really good, and in this you just get a shoddy one-shot pistol. And I found myself coming back to this concept almost every time. I thought to myself, I'd like to make a game. Why this concept? Well, I may have actually made this impossible for myself, fellas. Yep. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go look up a freaking Game Maker decompiler. Let's see if I can find one. Or the quick... Yep, I got all the cheats there in hex editing. Yes, alright. That works well enough for me. Thank you, decompiler. I used that a couple of times before to dig into the source of games that I was interested in, but did not mean to do that. Let's reload my save game. Load my save game. Do not save. Control C. Black hearts. And I need a hospital. And I can always use the quick skipper cheat to get to the next level if I can't beat it in a couple more tries. Too bad I didn't do any really cool cheats, like having my gun be a machine gun, or making all the enemies die in a cacophony of explosions, or something along those lines. Damn it. That's what happens when you try to take 1,000,000 bullets to the face at once. I know that this music track is based on like an actual song, but I only ever knew it as Firehawk.mid at the time, so that's what it was named. And I will point out that this is before Borderlands came out, so Firehawk didn't stand for... Oh god. I really did get stuck in the wall there, didn't I? There is one cheat code that I do not remember the effect of whatsoever. There's one that says, go to room Firefight Chronicles. I don't even know what that would be relevant to. Alright, we'll give this one more try, and if I don't manage to pull it off, I'll just skip to the next level with the appropriate cheat. With that said, though, I am more than willing to give myself I need a hospital here, because holy hell. I've made this... Oh god, it's right there! Okay, I cheated, but I made it. If I had known that was the end of the level, I would have skipped it a long time ago. Oh god, it's the tank. Thankfully, the tank does next to no damage when it's running you over. This is apparently the Battle of the Armors. He's also taken the time to put down a landmine. So I think that's his method of attack. Not, you know, firing that giant turret at me. Yeah, he drops landmines, which are almost invisible. Thankfully, it looks like I can just, like... Oh, wow. When the smoke bombs go off, they're still there, so they can still block your shots. Did he just set off his own landmine with another landmine? God, how many shots does he take? Yep, literally can't see the entire battlefield. And I landed straight on a freaking landmine. It's an effective tactic. Make it so I can't see shit. Then drop landmines. I've heard of worse plans. I wonder if there's more background music than just the 2 tracks. So there's this. But now if you press F9 again, it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't even go back to the original track. See, if I was smart about it, I would have made it so that you could use the landmines to hurt the tank. But I'm willing to bet he only takes damage from my bullets. Doesn't matter how good a tank is, explosions can always hurt it. Also, you can't hold down the spacebar. All you can do is tap it to fire. Trying to avoid the landmines is quite hard when you can't see them half the time. Alright, I think we've learned our lesson here, which is to skip the level. Considering we've been here for half an hour, this might take forever. So, Right, what's the code again? We got FF... Blah, 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 blah. The Quick Skipper. Sea Battle lives. Sea Battle, Sea Battle. It's just called Sea Battle. Sea battles that apparently have landmines. Good job, me. Air and sea. I wonder what's about to... Yep, there it is. May want to jump over the bomb that says kill. See, now this is kind of intense. You just gotta try and avoid everything on your way through. Flight of the Stickman. Yes, thank you. Like that wasn't incredibly obvious in the last 3 levels. I'm assuming I just kind of ran out of tricks to throw at the player at this point. Oh, wow, I'm a dick. Instant kill walls. Incredibly simple. The Stickman flies again. God forbid. I swear I remember nothing about this. I am really willing to bet, like, most of my game design career has been do really well at the beginning, get lazy and speed through it all at the end. So I'm willing to bet I'm just completely out of things and I just think, alright, throw all the shit you can at him and hope for the best. Thankfully you can destroy these mines. Bloody big missiles for a plane that size. And the flags are just like way out of the room there. You can barely see the edge of them. True platforming. Considering how bad the platforming is in this game, oh boy. Oh fuck, these guys launch explosives. Maybe I do have 1 or 2 more tricks up my sleeve. Although there's definitely no more platforming going on here. Fire spreads. Mine or mine? Oh wow, this actually scrolls vertically. Look at me. Game design with like that Stonks face, but he's at a computer. That guy's just embedded in the fucking floor. I don't need that life. In fact, I need a hospital. There we go. Thank God I put those cheats in, because there was no way I was going to be able to make this work otherwise. Seriously, look at this shit. How the fuck am I supposed to make this jump? Have I honestly made, like, this jump impossible? If the physics in this game were even slightly better, I'd probably be able to make this jump, but... Oh, no, there we go. We're gonna go up and over. Makes more sense. Also, that bullet apparently pierces, but only those dudes. Bit of a leap of faith going on there. Thanks for blowing up the landmines and making my job a little easier. Although it's kind of neat, you come out into the sunlight, immediately into some bullshit. One, two, three, four, five, and I fell back down. So I would have died anyway. This is where you introduce turrets that have given you, that have like, oh, come on. Alright, screw this. The quick skipper. Ice World! I'm assuming those are the Devil's Breath people. Or whatever the hell I call it. Not Devil's Breath, Mr. Fister. Oh god, I've got myself stuck in the wall again. Let's just float over the top of them. So look at me actually like adding secrets again. Unfortunately, it's for a life. We don't need that. What we do need is a hospital. Shit. Thankfully, there don't seem to be any ice physics, but the actual movement in this game isn't great, so I don't get to keep that. I don't get to, like, pat myself on the back for that. I mean, how fun would it be to make another Firefight game? Like, I could easily do something with the idea. Bugging me dry. Is he always determined to drop a bomb there? Yeah, he would be, wouldn't he? Because I think he drops it like... I don't think that's random. I think that's like a predetermined cycle. Really gotta risk your life to get your hands on that extra life there. God damn. Welcome to hell. And yes, here's the bloody devil's servants. Oh, and they've also got a lot of fire. Whatever the hell that was about. Okay, so fire does bounce you up. It is kind of like the fire from Super Mario 64. That is a fuck of a jump to make under pressure. Oh god. Yeah, I was just able to avoid that clusterfuck. Final flight. Bunch of missiles that just don't exist because they start firing too early. Because the player's plane is a completely different object in comparison to the rest of the game. In comparison to the player, I should say. So when the missiles fire, they've got nothing to track, so they just sit there. Because I am a coding master. What? Oh my god, I am a dick. I am a gigantic dick for that one. Good god. What did I do for that? But I'm willing to bet you can't get out through the top way. This is just meant to be a good old lives cruncher, isn't it? And nothing else. Also, I'm pretty sure you can't activate the cheat window while you're in the plane, because again, it's a different object, and I wouldn't have coded that in. So if I run low on health, I'm done. Man, the missile doesn't even track you after it's fired. What is this? I was thinking that letter was going to say something like, I win, or something along those lines, but no, it's just a random bunch of walls I put in to screw over the player, because I'm a dick. I don't even remember if running into enemy planes hurts you, but if they fire off a missile, I will not be able to get out of the way fast enough to avoid it. Scaling the world. Grab on by the width of my gun. Now this will be fun. I need a hospital, please. So what collection of blocks is going to be the invisible ones for me to get to that life? That one I'm actually curious about. Yeah, it's a maze. We'll just leave it at that. Because God knows I didn't design this game with enough lives to get through on a reasonable budget. Considering how bloody, considering how bloody hard it is and how random it can be with some of those turret sections towards the end. It's got to be the end off to my right, surely. Yep, there it is. World scaled! Oh god! Oh no! No, 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 this is not good. Also, I appear to be stuck in the sky. And the boss music started up again. I do not remember this being a thing at all. So, oh god. At least I did the kind of the right thing when it came to this boss fight design. Because, at least you can't just stand there and shoot away at the tank willy-nilly. You have to actively, like, make the effort to avoid those bombs. And there's an invisible wall there. So you can't even shoot through that. You can do this, though. But you know what? I don't think you want to see me sit through this. It drops landmines! Like, look, it dropped a landmine over the top of, like, the entrance to the health areas? At least by its own thing. It can blow them up. It can blow them up with its own freaking projectiles, but man, is it a dick. We also apparently have different music. Also, you don't actually lose any lives when the UFO's lasers hits you. Which is nice, I guess. Oh my god. I just realized what the music is. That's Sonic. That's Sonic music. I use Sonic music. It's not even like main stage theme. It's like... It's not even like a boss theme. It's like... It's just a stage theme. God, I don't even remember how much health this guy has. Again, I was never very good about the whole showing the boss's health on screen thing. And now I'm stuck in the wall. Come on. There we go. I need a hospital. We're gonna beat this son of a bitch. Because if I just like if I force it to go to the next room, I might miss like a message or something. Because I was never good about coding that kind of shit. I need a hospital. That's Sonic music, isn't it? I swear that's Sonic music. If the mines were actually a little bit easier to see and like didn't drop over the little health cubbies I've got going on there, this would actually be a pretty fun boss. It would be chaotic, but it'd be alright. Also, yeah, that UFO is default Game Maker graphics. It never stops going left and right and dropping shit randomly. Is this Sonic music? Honestly, can't remember. Like, I swear that's Sonic music, but where would it be from? So I'm landing about 3 shots every time it comes around. I'm hoping that it's like something like 30. Just so I can stop typing in, I need a hospital. I'm worried that the keylogger on my computer might see it and go, hey, this guy might actually need a hospital. Is this Sonic music? I could have sworn this was Sonic music, but if that's not the most embarrassing fucking thing. I didn't know where this was from. I swear to God. I probably just picked something that sounded cool. I will be really annoyed if this thing turns out to be invincible, because it should not be. The other 2 bosses did eventually die with enough grunt work. God, there are two landmines right next to me. Got him! You've destroyed the UFO. The firefight is over. And it just quits! Well, I can't claim that I wasn't expecting that. Alright, let's go back in and see what the hell that Firefight Chronicles thing was. So yeah, we have Black Hearts, which is 99 lives. We have I Need a Hospital, which is 100 health. Die, die, die makes the health go to 0. So if I type in FF Revisit. Oh, this is a skip to the final boss. You know, I can't say I'm surprised. I really can't. I'm curious though. Yay! We managed to make it crash because there's no room after the boss room. You know, I had something going for me there. There were a fair few ways in which that could be fun. I didn't find them, but they were there. And hopefully, I hope you enjoyed this little dig into my past. If we end up doing this again, it'll probably be Firefight 2, because why not? Also, VMware Player has appeared to have just, like, stopped working entirely. Great. Oh well. This has been Blue Maxima. I'll see you all next time.